In this video, we're reviewing the active case from Sandmarc Action Gear. On the front of this case, it says waterproof and compact. On the back, we have, it is also designed in California, and then down the bottom, it is made in China. Open up the case just like this. Now, I have used this case for some time, and I've got it fully packed with gear. First off, it's not waterproof. The zipper on the outside edge here is just a zipper. So if you pour water on this or submerge it, there's going to be water inside it. It's not waterproof like other waterproof rigid cases we've looked at. It's merely water resistant. The material on the outside here definitely is water repellent, and if you splash water on this, it's not going to end up inside the case. But if you dunk this, then it's not waterproof. Inside the case, we find a different approach to the GoPro case than we've seen before. Whereas other cases have full foam inserts with cutouts for each GoPro part, this one has foam dividers that you can move around and rearrange into the precise size that you want to fit your GoPro into. At least that's how it works in theory. In practice, there's 3 pieces of foam here, and then there's no other Velcro spots on the side of the case. So you're basically stuck with this layout and without much flexibility. The only thing you can really do is take all of the foam pieces out, or 1 or 2 of them out, and remove them. There's no real other layouts you can come up with in this case. So what does the case have inside it? Well, it's got a little pocket here for your camera with a nice little bungee that goes over top of it to keep it in place. And then down at the front here, it's got a bigger cutout where I've been keeping the jaws as well as a spare frame. Up here, there's a nice little cutout for handles and stuff like that. This is the Sandmarc Action Gear carbon handle, which is really cool. Then I've got a vented helmet mount clip up at the top. And then in the top pocket here, there's 2 mesh pockets which you can use to put things in. Now, I have been using these to store bent extender bar or extender bars, nuts and bolts, and the handlebar mount. However, what I've found is that things don't really stay in here. As you can see, my extender bars and base plates have all ended up falling into the lower compartment of the case. Then there's also a zippered pocket at the top where you can keep other things. What I would recommend keeping up there are things like USB charging cables and things that you need access to quite a bit less than most of your GoPro kit. So this case has some strong points and it has some weak ones. It's great because you can store big mounts like the jaws, the suction cup mount. I had that in here for a long time, but it's somewhere else right now. Vented helmet strap mounts, handles, and there's lots of room for that kind of stuff. They're advertising this as the largest GoPro case you can fit in your backpack, and that's probably very accurate. It's a great case for holding big mounts, but it kind of lacks in its ability to store and organize your smaller mounts, such as your bolts, your nuts and your bolts, and your even things like your handlebar mount. There's not really that much space. Spare batteries, there's no designated pockets for those. There's no way to keep them from falling around your case. As you saw when I opened it, I ended up with all my extender bars in the bottom. So, I mean, it's great because it can store those big mounts, but to me, I found it a little bit frustrating because it was hard to store the smaller mounts. Those little bits and pieces, which the GoPro has so many of, there's just not that much. There's not any little pockets and little holders for those kind of things. In conclusion then, who is this case for? Well, this case is for someone who wants to be able to take all of their GoPro stuff, all of their suction cup mounts, and all of their large mounts and keep them with their camera. Most of the cases that I've looked at before are designed to hold the camera, and then like I've said, you can just throw your other big mounts into your backpack. This case isn't for that person. This case is for the person who wants to keep their camera and their mounts together in the same spot. It's nice because it can keep all of your GoPro stuff in one spot. you have this nice, tidy little case that can hold everything you have, and that's all you need to take with you. There's no need to, or no possibility of losing some of your mount and some of your other things, as there would be if you were using a small case which just held your GoPro and a couple of spare batteries and a couple of extender bars. You would then have to keep things like the jaws and the suction cup mount elsewhere. Couple last notes: the case has full foam around the outside of it and is padded, so there's not that much risk of your GoPro getting damaged. Everything in here should be fairly safe, even if it's thrown in a backpack and gets some bumps and bangs. So the case, like I said, the sides are padded and these dividers are padded. The top is padded and the bottom is padded. Padding all the way around. The bungee to hold your GoPro is a nice little addition. There's a strap, keep it on your shoulder, and that's about it. It's nice to see companies trying new perspectives on cases, and this is definitely a step away from the traditional cases that we've been seeing. Thank you guys for watching. This was another GoPro tips and tricks video. If you've enjoyed it, please make sure you subscribe, check out my channel for lots more videos, and like the video. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.